Comes to Harlem is the film that I chose to review. It was filmed in 1970, written by Ozzie Davis, and its famous quote is, "Everyone knows there's no cotton in Harlem." It's about the city of Harlem trying to figure out why this fresh Mississippi cotton was in Harlem, and everyone's on the quest to find the cotton and the reason for the cotton. The best part of this movie to me was when the detectives were riding around Harlem chasing after this mass shooter that just shot up the black neighborhood. The mass shooters, they riding down the road, and the detectives are trying to ride behind them and catch them, and the city of Harlem's reaction is so different than a reaction if it was to happen here. It was like as if it was normal, like this always happens in Harlem. They're just going on about their day, they're bumping into things, and they're still just okay with it, The main character was D.K. O'Malley. He was something else. He always dressed all fly. He'll walk by everybody going crazy. Oh, D.K., oh, D.K. But at the beginning of the movie, he was genuine. He seemed very genuine. He was there to help the city of Harlem get to the motherland, which is Africa. And he was charging them like $100. It's like, y'all gotta get our money together so we go to Africa. Well, in the middle of the movie, he found out he was getting their money and keeping it for himself. And he was actually been doing that. He was a scam artist. And then at the end of the movie, he became more apologetic. He was apologetic because, of course, he had gotten caught in what he was doing. And he did learn that it was best to just do things the right way. You don't have to scheme, you know what I mean, to get things done. If you do it the right way, you will not have to worry about it anymore. The struggle of this movie to me was the detectives trying to catch him throughout the movie. They would go to different places like the church, because he'd be at the church. They would go to the crack house, because he'd be at the crack house. They would go just all over the city looking for him because he associated with so many different people, and he was well known in the city of Harlem. And O'Malley's struggle within himself was O'Malley struggled within himself trying to keep away from the police and also trying to get back to his cotton, because at the end of the day, the cotton is the main event. And come to find out, the cotton held all that money that he schemed from them people. And everybody's thinking this is just Mississippi cotton, when in reality, this is some money, So he struggled with that. The graphics of the movie, it was a 1970 movie, so graphics was horrible. They were shooting, fighting, all that was very scripted and staged. But to me, I didn't get affected by that. I adjusted to the movie and the graphics because, it was an older movie and I understood. This movie was very important because in that time, it was about segregation. And the movie was about segregation. It was about, even though they were in the North, which everyone knows North is freedom, they weren't actually free. And the cotton kind of symbolized that. It showed that you're actually in the South, to say, because you're as if you're picking cotton, you're working hard, slaving. The detectives, even though they were detectives, they were less superior than the other detectives because they were black, and black people didn't get what the other races as the whites would get. So yes, it was important for the time. This movie was entertaining with crime, action, comedy. It used all of that to tell a meaningful story at the end of the day. And overall, I would say Cotton Comes to Harlem was a good movie. It was very interesting. It kept my attention. And it's something that I think y'all should watch because it does tell history. And we know that everyone knows that there is no cotton in Harlem.